Hi again. How are you doing? Are you ready for another scary story? Okay, this is a story from Metheringham, and it's a ghost story, and it's a very real ghost story. I actually know somebody who claims they have seen this ghost. So a long time ago, in World War II, Lincolnshire was the home to many aeroplanes and many soldiers and aircrew who flew the Lancasters and the Spitfires and the Hurricanes that helped us win the war. Some of these aircrew were based near here, and some of these aircrew were women. One such lady, she was a very young lady, and her name was Catherine, and she lived at Horncastle. And Catherine joined the RAF in the Second World War. She used to wear the uniform, and her job was to help the pilots and the navigators and the rest of the aircrew to get ready to go in their Lancaster and fly on their scary raids across the sky. So Catherine loved doing her job, and one day while she was at work, she met a soldier. He was actually a sergeant in the RAF, and he was based near Metheringham. They started to see each other quite a lot, and eventually they fell in love. So it was a beautiful story. Catherine was madly in love with her sergeant. They even decided to get married. So Catherine went out and bought a beautiful wedding dress, and they planned their wedding. They decided to go out one night to a dance at Metheringham and tell all their friends about their up-and-coming wedding. The sergeant had a motorbike, and Catherine used to travel on the back. She would put her helmet on, and they would go through the night as fast as they could, enjoying themselves and having good fun. So this night they rode all the way from Horncastle to Metheringham to the special dance. And while they were there, they had a perfect time. They had fun, they had something to drink, they were talking to their friends, and they were telling everybody about their wedding and how exciting it was going to be. Everyone was very pleased for them, and they looked very much in love. At the end of the night, Catherine and the sergeant put their helmets on, and Catherine popped on the back of the sergeant's motorbike. She held on tight as they screeched through the night. But it was quite windy and quite rainy that night, and unfortunately the road was very slippy. The motorbike came round one corner near Metheringham airfield just too fast. The bike slipped off the road and down into a ditch. It landed with a really hard, loud crash. Both of them bumped their heads. Catherine was so bad, she died instantly. But the sergeant survived. He was broken-hearted, but he lived the rest of the war out. Now the story is that families who drive down that road nowadays, at that time of night, I think it was about 9 o'clock, report that they see a young lady stood at the side of the road. Apparently, she waves your car down, and she comes to the window and she asks you for help in finding her boyfriend. When people get out of the car, she disappears. Now, my friends that saw this lady were driving down there, and it was a rainy, cold night. They were driving down, and in their headlights they caught what they thought was a woman stood at the side of the road. She looked very upset, so they slowed down, and the person who was driving wound his window down. She came over to him, and she said, my boyfriend, I can't find him anywhere." They decided to get out and help her look. She looked very upset, so they opened their doors and climbed out and walked towards her. And the lady that was in the car said that there was a very strong smell of lavender coming from where the woman had been stood. But not only could they not find this lady's boyfriend, they couldn't find her. She just disappeared. She went into the night. Now, do you think that this could be the ghost of the RAF lady trying to find her boyfriend? She loved him and she wanted to marry him. I've been and investigated. Catherine really was real. She did live in Horncastle, and she really did die. She was very young, and she was obviously very in love. I can't prove whether she was due to get married, but I do know that she died young, and that lots of people have reported seeing her ghost at Metheringham. So if you ever get the chance, drive from Metheringham village towards Metheringham airfield on a wet, cold, rainy night, and you never know. You might be lucky enough to see her. Sadly, I don't think you'll be lucky enough to help her find her boyfriend. So, have you got any scary stories like this to tell me? I would love to investigate. Has anything strange happened to you or anywhere near your house? Let me know and I'll see what I can do. Alright, I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.